How's everybody doing? It's Admin Paul from the Facebook team for Newcastle Fans TV, and it's another women's team update for our Under 23 channel. Please, if you haven't done so already, like and subscribe. I know it's cheap plugs, but we're trying to grow the second channel. You know, on here you're going to find all the content for the women's team. You're also going to find out all of the extra information about the Under 23s, upcoming players, touching on the Under 18s, season reviews, news, opinions, facts, all sorts. Lee jumps on here regularly, myself is on here, and I know that there's other things coming on board from other members of Newcastle Fans TV as well, so really appreciate that. And whilst you're on, have one of those like parties and just like anything to do with Newcastle Fans TV. Instagram, Facebook, the Facebook private group, the subscription membership as well is coming on YouTube on the main channel, so check that out if you can do. Like I say, Instagram, we're everywhere, Snapchat, you name it, Twitter, everywhere we're there. Anyway, down to the nitty gritty of today's video, and that is the women's team who travelled down to play Liverpool Feds. More on that in a minute. We start last weekend, and another impressive result for Newcastle Women. They went away from home against Chorley, also known as the Magpies actually, so a bit of a link there. And despite a venue change at the last minute, because they're, oh god, where they normally play the home games, I saw them play against Durham, and it wasn't the best. It's not conducive and of good football, shall we say. So it was switched at the last minute, but Becky Langley sent the side down there, patched up as it was, with about, well, what, a good 4 or 5 first team players injured, went down there, and a determined and gritty and forceful performance from the lasses ensured the 3 points went back up to Druid Park. You know, it was absolutely fantastic. Great goal as well. Imogen Longcake down the right hand side with some wizardry out there on the wing, and a fantastic cross came in. And obviously, used to, you know, season ticket holder St James's, we're not used to decent crosses being put in, are we? We don't see too many of them in the men's team, but this was a fantastic beauty of a cross, knocked in. And then who was there on the spot? It's Anna Soulsby, the player who was out for 4 months with what I think it was a broken ankle, off the top of my head, and she tries the most deft little clever chip over their keeper. It's into the back of the net. Should their keeper do more? Perhaps, yes, but who cares? I mean, he's I'll be putting now. I'll put a clip of the goal. Oh, what a ball! Right, so you've seen the goal. Fantastic, isn't it? Really, really good. Well worked goal. Get the ball out wide, get the ball crossed in, and then see what happens. It's something that it frustrates me about the men's team that they don't do enough of, to be honest. But yeah, that goal was enough to ensure 3 points. Some good work by our goalkeeper. Again, commitment all over the pitch, determination to keep the clean sheet, and that is back-to-back clean sheets, isn't it now? And that result pushes Newcastle up to 6th in the table. And you know, if we started the season a bit sluggish, a bit confused, a bit dazed, a bit feeling a bit sorry for ourselves, whatever it was, we are certainly, you know, since the winter break, approaching it at full pace, you know, on all guns a-blazing. Yeah, now it leads us on to this weekend's games. Now, we're playing Liverpool Feds away. Remember, from the home game, we got absolutely annihilated 4-0. Now, that wasn't for the again, a lack of effort, or you know, there wasn't a lack of quality on our side, because you know, we had some good performances on the day. But I remember myself, Lee and Kyle were through there at Druid Park for the game, and and they were just a cut above. I mean, not to the levels of Barnsley or obviously the league leaders, but they were a very, very good team. But this is a different beast that they're playing now. You know, I just see that there's a swagger about the team, a determination and a commitment and a doggedness to get the thing, to see it through at all costs. And I know Becky Langley commented about that after the game down at Chorley, that is the most committed performance that she'd seen from the team. And I have to agree, you know, they clearly care about the club and about results. So perhaps when we go down to play Liverpool Feds, they are going to see a little bit more of that, and maybe they won't be expecting it from the first game, which, to be fair, that you can see by the 4-0 scoreline, they're totally dominated. We've got to be on our guard defensively. We've got to keep a good shape. We need we basically need to keep the score down. We need to do a bit of what the men's team do, get behind the ball, frustrate the opponents, and then hopefully on the attack, a bit of magic from down one of the wings. You know, you win a set piece, a free kick, you get a cross in, and you make something happen. But we're going to have to take our chances, and we are going to have to play a really, really solid game. So it's interesting to see how that will go. Courtney Locke, she won't be involved in it, unfortunately. She'll miss a few weeks. It had been feared on the Bradford game beforehand that she suffered a really bad injury and she could be out for a long time. Thankfully, it's weeks as opposed to months, so that is really, really great. We have got a horrendous injury list at the moment, including the club captain, Brooke Cochran. She posted the message on the socials talking about going in for an operation next month, so good luck to her on her recovery. We need to get the captain back in the team just as soon as possible, but obviously first and foremost we should get back to health and back to full condition. In the meantime, girls who are coming into the team, they're doing the business, they're stepping up, they're giving it all, and that's all you can ask for. So hopefully, we can get something out of this game. A draw, I think, would be a fantastic result, but I don't sense that in what they say that they're going down there for a draw. I really think they're going down for the win. But I think anything we get from a difficult trip to Liverpool Feds will be a huge bonus, bearing in mind the last game that we played them at home at Druid Park. But fantastic few performances, from the Bradford game. That was a 2-0. That could have been a 4, 5 or 6-0 to Newcastle, and it wouldn't have flattered us, to be honest. We were and couldn't above them. To the total difference flip of the coin, to see a team so possessed in keeping a clean sheet and getting the 3 points. If we can show that again, why not give them a game? Why not get something out of it and continue this positivity on? Where you'll find the updates for the women's team. Obviously, across their social medias, they do a fantastic job. And again, I can't speak highly enough for that side of the club. The people who they've got there really care about what they do. So whilst you're giving everybody else a like, if you can like the Newcastle United, the women's football team page on Twitter, Facebook, that is highly recommended. Updates will of course also be on Newcastle Fans TV. We'll also try and get a word from the manager, from players, like I say, updates throughout the match, half-time, full-time, and also a report on the game just as soon as we can after the full-time whistle. Keep it Newcastle Fans TV. We will continue to keep doing the previews for the games. Please click like and share on the video, because it's a shame, they are representing our club and they don't get the backing they truly do deserve. I find a bunch of people you will never ever meet. Fantastic. I can't speak of them highly enough. I said when I went to the first game, my first Newcastle Women's game, that I was maybe going to be sceptical about the level and the standard and the players and this, that and the other. Boy, was I wrong. Some of the players who have played for Newcastle Women are actually the best in their positions at the entire club, and that is a fact. It's just so frustrating that they don't get the same rub of the green what the men's team do. They can't use the facilities like at St James's Park and the likes. And I do feel quite strongly that as a club we should be doing more, and as a fan base we should be doing more for this, for these girls. There should be more spectators going to watch. There should be more chatter about it. It is a good level. It is a good standard. And in the days that we're in, with regards to finances being tight and people boycotting St James's Park and this, that, and the other with Mike Ashley and all. It's a few pound here, £2, £3 there to go and watch the team. So next time they're at Druid Park, I do highly recommend you go up there. There's metro right next to the ground. It's convenient to get to. It's just up near where the airport is. Check some of the other videos out that I've done recently, but please do. If you can support the women's team and support North East football. And remember, we are united. That's all of our teams, from the men's through the under-18s, under-23s, women's team. It's all one big family, all one big group. But if somebody deserves support more than anybody else, I will say it's Becky Langley and her side. So please do every little thing you can do, like take an interest, attend games. Every small contribution that you make actually means a million more times than what it does to probably any other of the levels of Newcastle Football Club. So like I say, check out the page. We'll keep the updates coming. Take care, and I'll speak to you later.